Hello there everybody and welcome into this lecture in which I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and generate scripts for podcasts using Google Bard, which people out here are charging stuff like $80. And we have Sophie here who's certainly generating a lot of money from this gig right here. She's got 68 reviews and she's doing pretty well for herself, right? Generating up to 500 words of podcast script for your true crime script. Now over here, let me go to Google Bard. And let's just say, for example, that you want to generate something such as this. I mean, as positive as I want it to stay, let's just do this. Now here are some examples of the scripts that she generated for people. Now she's showing quite the testimonials and also showing her work. Now here's the deal. Now we're going to go to YouTube and we're going to take a video of something like this. Let's, for example, search for O.J. Simpson, right? O.J. Simpson. Let's just create a story around O.J. Simpson. Even though I'm not quite a fan of him, but let's just take this video right here. And I can just copy the video. And I can go back to Google Bard and I will say, I have a true crime podcast and I want you to generate a podcast script for a 10-minute video on O.J. Simpson using the following YouTube video as reference. Let's just wait a second here. I'm just going to paste the video in and we'll wait for our podcast script, right? O.J. Simpson, right? Let's close that. Like I said, I'm not a fan. But here, let me just do, right? So sure, here is a 10-minute podcast script for a true crime podcast on O.J. Simpson. Intro. Welcome to the True Crime Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the case of O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was a famous football player and actor who was accused of murdering his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman. The trial was one of the most publicized trials in American history and it captivated the nation. Now, in the body here, O.J. Simpson was born in San Francisco, California. All right, so it's a podcast, right? It has written for us the podcast. Now, let's say you want to write a podcast about football, right? So you can do that. You want to write a podcast about marketing, you can do that. So you can write about almost anything that you want. You just have to pick the topic that you want to discuss in your podcast, and then you can just simply ask it the question, give it references, and it can go ahead and generate podcast script for you that you can later on use for your videos. And as you can see over here, a lot of people are doing very well for themselves, writing podcast scripts. And I'm pretty sure that now with social media, they can actually do this pretty easily. And so that goes to say that without further ado, if you're satisfied with this lecture, please do not forget to help us with your feedback. And I'll see you in the next lecture. We're actually going to go ahead and discuss ebook creation using Google Bard. Stay tuned.